I guess I got the part because Mark Miller and some other people decided when they created the Ultimates that Nick Fury was physically me.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Marvel characters based on real people.
You look like Mary Poppins. Is he cool?
For this list, we'll be looking at characters from this comic company whose appearances or personalities were inspired by actual figures. Did you know any of these origins? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. MODOK. No, we're not talking about the bizarre villain MODOK.
Tweeted current mood, about to attack Wall Street.
Okay, I know what this is.
Actually, this one is a little bit stranger. In mid-2016, tensions were running high leading up to the US presidential election. Writer Jason Latour expressed some of his feelings in Spider-Gwen Annual Number 1. At one point, Gwen entered an alternate universe where Donald Trump essentially became that universe's MODOK. Trump's new name, mental organism designed as America's king, seemed to be a very, very thinly veiled political statement. He was also beaten up by a female variant of Sam Wilson during his brief appearance. Our spider sense tells us his defeat by a diverse Captain America might have been the writer's way of sending another message.
Flailerg isn't even in my vocabulary.
Were you trying to say failure?
Yes.
Number 9. Bucky Barnes.
Your name is James Buchanan Barnes. Shut up!
The Winter Soldier is one of Marvel's most tragic characters. First appearing in the same issue as Cap himself, the young Bucky looks up to the super soldier. And while he isn't based on a celebrity, he is based on a real person.
Bucky? Who the hell is Bucky?
Captain America co-creator Joe Simon included the future Winter Soldier in his very first sketch of Cap. He just so happened to go to school with an athletic friend named Bucky Pearson. This real person indirectly helped give the Winter Soldier his memorable and alliterative name. Admittedly, this story made us hope we made friends with a comic creator who will turn our likenesses into an iconic character someday.
Thank you, Buck. But I can get by on my own.
The thing is, you don't have to.
Number 8. Mary Jane Watson.
Mary Jane Watson. Oh boy, if she only knew how I felt about her. But she can never know.
While Spider-Man has had a lot of love interests over the years, Mary Jane Watson is often his most popular girlfriend. Teased throughout several issues, MJ finally made her appearance in The Amazing Spider-Man number 42. She barreled into the hearts of readers with a now iconic line and a nickname for Peter Parker that would stick immediately. The legendary John Romita Sr. modeled MJ's appearance after Anne Margaret's Kim from the 1963 musical Bye Bye Birdie.
I'll cry, Birdie, till you're home to stay.
We instantly can see where Spidey's love interest got her famous red hair. At the same time, we wondered if he borrowed some of Anne Margaret's playfulness for MJ's personality. In any case, she has a musical to thank for her iconic look.
Go get him, Tiger.
Number 7. Kingpin.
I wanted to make this city something better than it is. Something beautiful!
John Romita Sr. is clearly a big film buff because Anne Margaret isn't the only movie star he used as inspiration. In the years since Kingpin appeared in The Amazing Spider-Man number 50, he's become one of the most ruthless Marvel villains that doesn't actually have powers. His ability to go toe-to-toe with heroes like Spider-Man, Hawkeye, and Daredevil makes him very intimidating.
This city doesn't deserve a better tomorrow! It deserves to drown in its filth!
Romita Sr. based the Kingpin's look on 2 film stars. One of them was Sidney Greenstreet, who might be best known for appearing as the antagonist Casper Gutman in The Maltese Falcon. The second source of inspiration was another hulking actor known for playing villains named Robert Middleton. Both men helped ensure Kingpin's appearance was every bit as intimidating as his personality.
It's funny, isn't it? How even the best of men can be deceived by their true nature.
Number 6. The Hellfire Club.
Because that's 3 mob bosses, the Italian ambassador, and the CEO of Lockheed.
They can't all be communists. Hellfire Club's gotta be something else.
Marvel's Hellfire Club is full of mutants that often have sinister intentions. This shady group draws inspiration from a number of things. Throughout history, several real-world clubs have used the name. These groups usually open the door for wealthy members to partake in various forms of debauchery. Ironically, the Hellfire Club was featured in a 1966 episode of the non-superhero version of the Avengers.
Hellfire! Hellfire! May it scorch and singe, burn and boil.
Lead character Emma's clothing and her first name influenced the comic club member Emma Frost. Outside of the show, villains like Sebastian Shaw were inspired by real actors such as Robert Shaw. Ultimately, the Hellfire Club's origins are rooted in a cool combination of real and fictional sources.
Hiding. We'd find you, Henry. There's not a fortress in the world that could keep us out.
Number 5. Wolverine.
Tonight's winner and still king of the cage, the Wolverine.
While Wolverine's initial appearance in The Incredible Hulk wasn't based on a real person, the more popular version was. Writer Chris Claremont and artist Dave Cockrum began working on the X-Men series in 1975, when Wolverine was anything but a major player. Once artist John Byrne pushed to expand the character's role, he designed the Canadian mutant to resemble performer Paul D'Amato. The actor would have actually made a pitch-perfect Logan if a live-action X-Men movie had been made in the 70s.
Major surgery. Open heart. I'm waiting for quiet. Yeah, you'll have quiet.
While D'Amato might not have gotten a chance to play the character he inspired, Wolverine will likely continue to be a pop culture staple.
Hey, it's me.
Prove it.
You're a dick.
Okay.
Number 4. Professor X.
There are mutants out there with incredible powers, Logan. And many who do not share my respect for mankind.
The X-Men are one of Marvel's most enduring teams. For their leader, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby used Yul Brynner as a basis. The Academy Award-winning actor known for roles like The King and I kept his head shaved. Charles Xavier is the spitting image of the actor. In terms of his personality, many fans assumed he was meant to mirror Martin Luther King Jr. The historical figure did fight for equal rights around the time Professor X tried to make the world safe for mutants.
I was afraid if I went to hospital, they would
Treat you like a mutant. We're not what you think.
However, in 2016, Chris Claremont clarified that this long-standing belief about Xavier's connection to Martin Luther King Jr. wasn't exactly true. But that revelation doesn't take away from how iconic of a character Professor X has become.
What do you do when you wake up to that? I feel a great swell of pity for the poor soul who comes to that school looking for trouble.
Number 3. Tony Stark.
And Mr. Tony Stark, who is, of course, a national treasure.
For everybody's favorite genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, Stan Lee looked to a real-life genius to base him on. Since Howard Hughes was one of the most innovative minds of his time, he was a great place to start. He also served as inspiration for Tony's wealth and womanizing demeanor. But Hughes wasn't the only real-life figure that helped Stark get to where he is today. When it came time to bring Iron Man to the MCU, the creative team took cues from modern innovator and wealthy businessman Elon Musk.
Mr. Musk, how are you?
Congratulations on the promotion.
Thank you very much.
Hey.
Those Merlin engines are fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, good idea for an electric jet.
You do?
Yeah.
Then we'll make it work.
Since Tony is a character who's always upgrading his tech, it seems fitting that the people he's meant to stand in for are updated too.
I am Iron Man. The suit and I are one. To turn over the Iron Man suit would be to turn over myself.
Number 2. Nick Fury.
You're wrong about me. I do share. I'm nice like that.
One of the most famous cases of a Marvel character being based on a real person is that of Nick Fury. The second iteration of the character that first appeared in Marvel's Ultimate Comic Universe was based on Samuel L. Jackson. The famed actor wasn't even aware his appearance was being used for the character until he miraculously found a comic with the character inside.
I'm not sure I remember giving anybody the rights to use my image in a comic book. So when I called my managers and agents and they checked in with Marvel, they said, well, we're thinking of making the movies and we hope he'll be in them.
After Jackson and his team talked to Marvel, the company reportedly gave him first dibs on any future Fury movie roles. Once he appeared as Fury in 2008's Iron Man, it became clear no one else could have done the role justice. We're extremely thankful to writer Mark Miller for relying on Jackson's likeness.
But if you want to stay ahead of me, Mr. Secretary, you need to keep both eyes open.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. J. Jonah Jameson. It may surprise you to hear, but the angry editor-in-chief of the Daily Bugle is actually based on Stan Lee himself.
Where does J. Jonah come from?
You know who J. Jonah Jameson was?
Who was it?
He was me.
Really?
He was irascible, he was bad-tempered, he was dumb, he thought he was better than he was.
For the most part, Lee was a gracious, kind-hearted leader. But his most negative qualities helped make Jameson the gruff character he is today. Although Lee was down to portray the media mogul, the timing never quite worked out.
And I always wanted to play him in the movie. I was so sorry that by the time the movie was made, I'm too old to play the role. Right. Well, I don't really think I'm too old, but obviously they do.
Right.
Fortunately, J.K. Simmons has done an amazing job playing Jameson ever since he donned the mustache for the first time in 2002. We're glad that Lee was willing to make a character that represented the worst aspects of his personality into a key figure. We honestly don't know if Spider-Man media would be the same without Jameson.
He must have given up, thrown in the towel, abandoned his sad little masquerade. I finally got to him. The power of the press triumphs.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.